Good evening and happy Memorial Day Sunday, everyone, and welcome to the PLE, where we throw out the rulebook and go for some good old Extreme Rules. We are here in Indianapolis, Indiana, where I'm sure that this is the most important event happening here and not some race or something. Nothing is off the table for our superstars as they go for the championship gold. The biggest question of the evening: can Fiora retain the women's Nexus Championship belt for at least a fourth month in a row? Can Nagito keep the belt away from two of his most heated adversaries? And can Goro Akechi remain perfect on the year in the main event match of the evening? Get ready for a night of non-stop action as our superstars will use anything and everything in their quest at victory, because this is Extreme Rules.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall, and it is for the Women's NXT Championship!
And here we go. Starting off our night with a Women's Nexus Championship match. Introducing first, representing Torna, it is Patroka. Certainly making her presence known in the women's Cruiserweight division. And looking to bring home championship gold for Torna yet again after Jin lost his championship match last month. And her opponent, it is your Women's Nexus Champion holder, and I'm fairly certain the longest Nexus Champion holder in JWE history, in the very short history, but history nonetheless. It is the Phoenix herself, Fiora.
Introducing the challenger from Pangea, and her opponent from Stillwater, the Women's NXT Champion, Fiora!
Here we go, Fiora handing the championship belt over to the referee, showing Patroka, showing the world. And referee rings the bell, they meet in the middle. And the thing about Nexus Championship matches, I try to bring this up every first Nexus Championship match of the PLE. Just in case you are unaware or uninitiated. If you're new here, welcome. Yeah, the Nexus Championship matches. One person from Monday Night Jayromada, one person from Friday Night Eclipse. Always a one-on-one match, normal rules, no managers, thanks to a certain controversy from last year. And the biggest rule of these matches are, if you lose the match, you cannot try again for the remainder of the season. So whether Fiora retains or Patroka takes the title away from her, whoever loses does not get another shot, which makes Fiora's 4-month-long reign at least, I think it is 4 months, I think she won it at Ultimate Fight Night, just even that more incredible. As Patroka tosses Fiora back into the ring. And with Nexus Championship matches, there really are no weight classes. We kind of saw that last month in Jaden versus Raiden, where Jaden, very light, even for a cruiserweight, and Raiden a little bit heavier, classified as a light heavyweight. So yeah, typically it's the cruiserweights who fight in these matches, but occasionally the doors open for light heavyweights and heavyweights. As Patroka tosses Fiora away from the corner, and a diving knee to the spine, going for the quick pin. There's one. Fiora kicks out. As Patroka heads up, looking to fly, looking for the crossbody, but Fiora waiting for her catch and the scoop slam. Patroka rolling out of the way of the punch, elbow to the spine, sending Fiora into a pullback shoulder barge. And a soccer ball kick right to the stomach. And now Patroka setting up Fiora in the backpack facebuster. Going for the pin. There's one, there's two, and Fiora gets her shoulder up yet again. Although our current Nexus champion not really showing much promise here. She's had flashes, but Patroka's been in the driver's seat, but as soon as I say that, Fiora with the reversal, sending Patroka into the corner, high boot to the jaw. Fiora with a knife edge chop, just working on the leg. And now the leg sweep. And the cartwheel leg drop. It's been a while since we've seen Fiora do that. There's one, there's two. Patroka kicks out. Fiora with a springboard moonsault to the back. Looking for the stomp of Fiora. Excuse me, Patroka rolling out of the way. Fiora with a Hurricane Rana though. And a standing corkscrew shooting star press. Not going for the pin, instead cinching in the armbar. And Patroka fighting out. Was that mild miscalculation from the champion? Or does she have something, something up her sleeves? As Patroka sends Fiora tumbling to the outside. Stepping out to greet her. Forcing her back up to her feet. But Fiora fighting out. Nice strong right hand. And now Patroka sending her face first into the apron. There's two. Patroka with the strong stomps on the outside. Forcing the champion back up to her feet. And a headbutt sending her down. And with this being a championship match, Fiora technically could lose by countout and still retain the title. Not sure she would want to do that considering her personality, but it is an option. Fiora with a half hitch, kicks to the chest, and now returning the stomps that Patroka gave her, and some more stomps to the sternum, to the ribs. Another armbar cinched in, and Patroka lucky enough to be like 2 inches away from the ropes. Fiora covering the pin, covering the ropes. There's one, there's two, and Patroka gets her shoulder up. Fiora looking for the clothesline, but Patroka diving underneath, or ducking underneath, rather. Gut wrench. Gut buster. And Patroka's back in the driver's seat. Fiora back up to her feet, rolling around, not at the speed of sound. She certainly has places to go. Gotta follow her rainbow. Can't stick around. Gotta keep moving on. There's one. Fiora kicks out. What lies ahead? Only one way to find out. And Fiora must keep pushing ahead if she wants to retain the title. Fiora rolling to the outside, trying to catch her breath for a few beats. Now sending Patroka for a run. Diving underneath. Jumping over. Simple arm drag. And now Patroka sending Fiora for the Irish whip, but getting a little bit too eager. Fiora with another Hurricane Rana. And psyching herself up. Springboard moonsault from the bottom rope. Could be it. There's one, there's two, and indeed it is. Fiora retains and will make it at least 5 months. We've seen Harmonious Truth dominance. We've seen Yusuke Kitakwa dominance. We've seen Goro Akechi dominance, and now it is time for Fiora.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall, and it is for the Men's NXT Championship.
And now time for the men to fight for the Nexus Championship belt. Introducing first, it is the challenger. It is the hero of the Homs, the Beast, Dunban. And an interesting storyline developing here, with Fiora and Dunban being brother and sister. We could have our first sibling co-champions. Well, for two different belts. Yes, you have Pyra and Mithra technically being sisters. But, you know, two completely different belts, two completely different divisions. We could have our first pair of siblings as champions tonight. And his opponent, it is your newest men's Nexus champion, breaking his cold streak, and now is quite on fire as of late. Probably thanks to the help of Dr. Eggman. It is the cyborg ninja himself. It is Raiden. And just a reminder, whoever loses this match will not get a chance to fight for the belt again. Again, this is a Nexus Championship match. It is one and done. One loss and you're done for the season. Making these matches all the more important. All the more crucial.
Introducing the challenger from out of this world, weighing in at 180 pounds, the Beast, Dunban! And his opponent from Japan, weighing in at 195 pounds, the men's NXT champion, the cyborg, the ninja,
And a matchup between two master swordsmen of very differing personalities. Here we go, Dunban and Raiden staring each other down. A referee rings the bell as Dunban immediately ducking underneath that knife edge chop, taking Raiden down with the Russian leg sweep, sending him into the corner. Standing corner drop kick, sending Raiden down to the mat, right into the elbow drop. Over the shoulders, but Raiden slipping out, and Dunban immediately going back on the offense. And Raiden with an enziguri reversal, looking to get his first bit of offense this match. Looking for the head scissor elbow, but Dunban slipping out. Forcing Raiden up to his feet, elbow sends him back down. Raiden slipping out of the ring, Dunban joining him. And Raiden just walking him around, sending him face first into the apron. And Raiden pulling on Dunban's arm. Forcing him back up to his feet. But Dunban with the reversal, sending him back into the ring. Dunban catching Raiden mid-taunt, but Raiden catching Dunban mid-punch. Nice springboard Pele kick, Raiden's favorite move. And Dunban with the reversal. Sending Raiden into a pullback knee to the gut. And Dunban going for the pin. There's one. Raiden kicks out. Raiden again, the reversal, pullback. Jumping knee to the face. And Dunban rolling out of the ring. Raiden telling him to fight him like a man. And a crossbody to the outside. Raiden with a kneeling DDT. Forcing Dunban back up. Kicks to the face, busting him open. Corkscrew moonsault in the corner. Absolute scenes. Referee getting a little bit high in the count. As Dunban elbows out. There's 8. Again, count out. Wins the match, but doesn't win the championship. There's 9, and Raiden slow to his feet. And Dunban, I don't think he quite played that correctly. And yeah, that's a loss, or that's a win by countout. That's a loss by countout, but Dunban, I don't know if he just forgot the rules or what. Raiden retains. That's a loss by countout. That's the champion's advantage. Dunban wins the match, but not the belt.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall, and it is for the Women's Undisputed Hybrid Cruiserweight Championship.
And now for the Eclipse Women's Cruiserweight Championship match. Introducing first, it is humanity's companion, Sophie. And her opponent. It is your women's Cruiserweight champion of Eclipse. It is the change bringer, Delta.
Introducing the challenger from the internet, AI Sophia! And her opponent from Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada, the women's undisputed hybrid cruiserweight champion, Dunban!
And a matchup that might seem, or that might not seem as equal on the surface. But trust me, these two can absolutely go toe-to-toe. We've seen it happen in the past. Let's see if it happens again tonight as they meet in the middle. Two high flyers. We saw a match like this a couple of days ago between, I think it was Sophie and Ibuki. As Sophie with an arm drag reversal. And stomping on the lower arm of Delta. Delta back up to her feet. Spinning turnstile back elbow and forcing Sophie back up to her feet. Irish whip. Diving underneath it, jumping over the top. And another spinning back elbow. And Delta sending Sophie face first into the canvas. Heading up top, crossbody connects. And here's the pin attempt. There's one. Sophie kicks out. The champion forcing Sophie back up to her feet. Middle rope double leg drop kick finds its place. And Sophie retorts with a Hurricane Rana. Delta heading to the outside. Sophie meeting her on the outside. This is not a false count anywhere, so Delta does have the slight advantage. Looking for the knee drop, but Sophie getting out of the way. And Delta with the reversal, sending Sophie right into the steel steps. There's 5. And please don't have this end in a count out. There's 6. There's 7 as Delta makes her way back to the ring. There's 8. Sophie needs to be careful. There's 9, and she's not going to get up in time. And a disappointing match, to say the least. But Delta, you know, playing the rules, playing it smart. Just get back in the damn ring, guys. It's not that hard. And now for our first tag team match of the evening. Introducing first, it is the challengers and your former tag team champions.
Is a tag team Extreme Rules match.
It is the Mech Femmes.
Undisputed Impact Tag Team World Championships and the Femme Fatale.
And their opponents. It is your current tag team champions, the Double-Edged Blades.
Team World Champions, the Shield.
And here we go, our first tornado tag match in a while. And it is an Extreme Rules tornado tag match as Charlotte immediately goes after Pyra. Tifa sending Mithra into the corner. And Tifa with the springboard Pele kick. Just how long do you think until we get some toys in the ring? Mithra with a springboard double leg Pele kick of her own against Tifa. And Tifa sending Mithra into the corner. Pyra coming to her sister's aid, but Tifa with the reversal. And now looking to go a 2-on-1 against Pyra. Nope, never mind, a 2-on-1 against Mithra. Mithra kicking her way out of the corner, but here comes Charlotte with a single shoulder suplex. Now Charlotte heading to the outside, heading underneath the ring, and a trash can, perfectly legal because this, like I said, Extreme Rules, and just throwing the trash can at Mithra after using her face as a percussion stick. And now Charlotte again heading underneath. This time, unsure. Mithra with a crossbody, Tifa with a ladder. Now this is not a Falls Count Anywhere match. So falls must happen within the ring, but you can certainly deal an insane amount of damage on the outside. As Tifa setting up a ladder bridge, Pyro with a sledgehammer. Mithra lining up. The running knee in the corner. Pyro sledgehammering Tifa in the spine. But Pyro sending Tifa into the bridge and just sending her face first into the ladder. Pyro sending Tifa back into the ring. Charlotte walking Mithra into the ladder. Pyro completely whiffing on that middle rope springboard. Tifa fighting out of Pyro's grasp. Another Pele kick. And now Tifa going for the first pin of the match. There's one, there's two. Pyro kicks out. And Charlotte sending Mithra face first into the steel steps. And again, perfectly legal. And again, throwing the trash can. Landing it upright after bouncing it off of Mithra's face. Tifa with a spinning back heel kick. Lining up the finisher. Low altitude roundhouse kick. And going for the pin. I wouldn't be surprised if Mithra makes her way to the ring. There's a long one. There's two. Mithra breaking up the pin. Mithra heading to the outside, looking underneath the ring, picking up a kendo stick. And just throwing it at Charlotte, who trying to get her hands up, but not quite in time. Tifa with a spinning kick to the gut. Springboard. And you know what, guys? This is an Extreme Rules match. This is a tornado tag match. This is a very bad camera angle. There's one, there's two. Pyro kicks out. There will be no countouts this match. Mithra with a snap DDT. Heading up top. Cartwheel elbow drop. But I think she was a little short. Flapjack in the corner against Tifa, but here comes Charlotte to pick up the pieces. Jawbreaker. And just attacking attacking Mithra with the kendo stick that she brought into the ring. Pyro with the jumping armbar. And again, Charlotte coming back to her senses. Tilt-a-whirl armbar going for the submission. Pyro's going to break it up. And Pyro catching Charlotte's kick, but Charlotte kicking Pyro in the head as soon as she turned around. Over the shoulders, backpack stunner. And Mithra with a crossbody coming to avenge her sister, but here comes Tifa with a takedown. High ankle hold. Charlotte with a leg snap. And Charlotte with the triple elbows as Tifa again takes Mithra down and again works on the leg. Charlotte just really working on the legs of Pyro. Stomps, snaps, crackles and pops, I would assume. And now Charlotte with a snap DDT. Going for the cover, this could be it. There's one, there's two, and Pyro doesn't kick out. And the Mech Femmes get their championship belts right back.
Here are your winners,
And, well, there's going to be a lot of cleanup. There's going to be a lot of cleanup that will have to be done. But, well, I mean, the Mech Femmes already cleaned up their act. They're champions again, so well done to them. And for our second tag team matchup of the evening, introducing first, it is the challengers, the heroes of Colony 6, Colony 9, the Bionis, the Mechonis, the universe from a certain point of view. It is Ryan, it is Shulk, they are the Vision Warriors. And their opponents, and your men's tag team champions. It is Joker and Skull, the Phantom Thieves of Heart.
At a combined weight of 315 pounds, the men's undisputed Impact Tag Team World Champions, the Heart Foundation.
The Phantom Thieves handing over the championship belts, hoping to get them back at the end of this match. And it's going to be a tough one because, well, this is an Extreme Rules tag team match. Referee rings the bell. Ryan and Joker, Shulk and Skull going after each other. Ryan immediately with a spin-out powerbomb. And picking up Skull over the shoulders as Shulk goes after Joker, but Joker turns him around. And a double knee spine buster. Ryan going after Joker again. As Shulk makes an early trip underneath the ring, picking up a kendo stick. And Skull with a running, with a running headbutt. Shulk elbowing himself out of the grapple. Joker heading underneath the ring, picking up a sledgehammer. And bashing Shulk in the spine with it. Ryan with a reversal. Skull sending Shulk into the steel of the apron. And now into the steel ring post. And already chaos is ensuing. Shulk with a reversal, sending Joker into the announcer's booth. Ryan sending Skull into the ring, and now Shulk doing a little bit of redecorating. Will it get used? Probably not. Shulk picking up Ryuji and sending him crashing into the canvas. Ryuji with a swinging neck breaker though, and Joker knocking Ryan off the apron. Shulk with the kicks and the pin, but Joker flying out of nowhere. I swear he was outside the ring like a fraction of a second ago. Ryan picking up Joker, sending him face first into the top of the ring post, or into the top of the turnbuckle, excuse me. And Shulk sending Ryuji into the corner, pulling him away, sliding out of the ring and hitting with a clothesline. Ryan to the outside, going after Joker. But Joker slipping out from behind. Lining up the spear and knocking Skull off the apron. Skull back inside the ring. Immediately caught by Shulk. There's a neck breaker into the bridging headlock. And Ryuji fights out. Joker, they standing shooting star press, but here comes Ryan. And now Shulk with a tilt-a-whirl armbar. Tilt-a-whirl arm DDT, arm drag DDT. Ryan taking Skull to Suplex City. And Shulk picking up the long forgotten kendo stick. Skull with the crossbody into the pin, but Shulk kicking out. Ryan with a leg snap. Joker looking for the sliding dropkick, but Shulk just kind of eating it. And hitting Joker with a clothesline stomp to the upper arm. Ryan with a stomp. And now Shulk playing defense for his partner. Pop-up. Powerbomb. Shulk tried to play defense, but Ryuji getting right through it, but I mean, that was not a bad strategy, just didn't exactly pan out exactly how they wanted. Shulk going for the pin, there's one. Joker breaks it up. Spinebuster, powerbomb, and Joker and Ryan heading outside the ring. And I think that Ryan might be a little bit disappointed that there's only one Ranamaya. Because if there were two or more, then man, what a bunch of jokers. I am not sorry. Ryan turning Joker around, forcing him up. And a neck breaker. Well, maybe that's what Ryan would say if he had like a concussion and was like seeing double or something. Ryan looking underneath the ring, picking up a trash can. And just tossing it to Joker, but Joker kicking him off. And we are still trapped along the outside. Shulk taking Joker down, kick to the jaw. And now going after Skull with a neck breaker. Each team right now just trying to deal as much damage to their opponents as possible. Not a bad strategy. Just trying to wear their opponents down. Joker slipping out from behind. And now finally sending Shulk back into the ring. But Joker more interested in Ryan. And then he has Shulk. Ryan with a suplex, catching the back of the head against the steel steps. As Shulk sends Skull back into the ring. Ryan with a steel chair. Shulk with a Monado Buster on the outside. Ryan back into the ring. Finally, we have two people back inside the ring. We could actually potentially see a finish. Make that 3. And Shulk trying to throw the trash can into the ring. There's 1, there's 2. Ryan kicks out. Ryuji with the power bomb. Ryan sending Joker into the corner, turning him around, and now setting him up top. Looking for the avalanche. Wild down. Shulk playing defense along the outside, trying to keep Ryuji occupied. Here comes Ryan. There's 1, there's 2, and Joker doesn't kick out. And your newest Jayromada Men's Tag Team Champions, the Vision Warriors.
The following contest is a Falls Count Anywhere match and is for the men's undisputed hybrid Universal Championship.
And now for the Eclipse Men's Universal Championship match. Introducing first, it is the Lone Wolf, Zenkichi Hasegawa. And his opponent, it is your men's Universal Champion. It is the Mad Dog of Shimano. It is Goro Majima.
Introducing the challenger from Tokyo, Japan, weighing in at 225 pounds, Wolf! And his opponent from Japan, weighing in at 176 pounds, the men's undisputed hybrid Universal Champion, Mad Dog!
And yep, this is a Falls Count Anywhere match, which is Extreme Rules with one extra step, or one fewer steps, depending on how you look at it. And a normal Falls Count Anywhere, not our own JWE Falls Count Anywhere, like an actual WWE Falls Count Anywhere match. Here we go, referee rings the bell. Majima immediately running towards Wolf, hitting him with a clothesline. Which again means another match where we don't have to worry about countouts. And going for the pin, there's one. Wolf kicks out. Irish whip sending Wolf to the outside. And a hot shot sending him down, and well, we're taking this fight to the outside. Didn't take long. Majima with an eye rake right against the steel plating of the announcer's booth, the covering of the announcer's booth. Wolf with a reversal, sending Majima down, going for a ground and pound, and a stomp just for good measure. Majima back up to his feet and catching Wolf in a Hurricane Rana. And attacking the legs. And Wolf kicking him off. Wolf walking Majima to the ring face first into the apron. And kicking him away yet again. Wolf with the reversal and sending Majima face first into the ring post. And we have yet to see our first weapon of the match. They are absolutely showing restraint. I appreciate it. Wolf sending Majima back up to his feet, tossing him into the steel steps, And going for the pin in the corner, there's one. Majima kicks out. Wolf with the takedown, forcing Majima back up to his feet. Looking for the chokeslam, but Majima fights out. Kick to the chest. Setting Majima up with the flatliner. Or excuse me, as Majima setting Zenkichi up with the flatliner. And finally heading underneath the ring. And I thought Majima was going to go for his trusty baseball bat, but no. Looking to go more Majima construction with a sledgehammer. Majima looking for the sleeper hold, but Wolf fighting his way out. Neckbreaker catching the legs on the steps. And Wolf with the stomps to the chest, picking up the sledgehammer himself. And turning it around, using it against Majima. Majima back up to his feet, but taken immediately back down by the Revolute knee strike. There's a leg DDT. And Wolf going for the pin. There's one. There's two. Majima kicks out. Wolf with some more ground and pounds. And again, pick up the sledgehammer, bashing it into Majima's gut, but Majima back up to his feet, looking for the swinging neck breaker, but Wolf just stepping out of the way. And sending Majima back inside the ring. We're going to have some normal action, hopefully. Crossbody, Majima gets out of the way though. Wolf turning that kick around into his own kick. And both men absolutely gassed. Wolf sending Majima up, setting him up on the top rope. And a top rope attitude adjuster. And now over the shoulders. Side slam and the pin. There's one, there's two, and we have a new men's Universal Champion. Well, recrowned. And Zenkichi Hasegawa once again champion. Let's see if he can hold on to the belt for, more than 1 month.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall, and it is for the Women's Undisputed Hybrid Universal Championship.
And now starting off our second half of matches. Introducing first. It is the challenger for the Women's Universal Championship of Eclipse. It is A2. And her opponent, it is your Women's Universal Champion, former Miss Money in the Bank, former Miss Cruiserweight Champion. It is the Ultimate Inventor, Iruma.
Introducing the challenger from Valhalla, and her opponent from Japan, the Women's Undisputed Hybrid Universal Champion, the Engineer, Beautiful May Iron.
And Miyu, coming off of a loss, a very uncharacteristic loss a few weeks ago, but hopefully recuperating, hopefully recovering, and well, we should have a good one on our hands. Referee rings the bell. They meet in the middle, with Miyu immediately tossing A2 to the side. Picking her up, double leg drop kick to the spine. And now sending her into the corner. Turning her around face first into the turnbuckle, kicks to the ribs. Now setting her up. Corner alley-oop powerbomb. And there's no special rules in this match, you know, nothing, no extreme rules, no falls count anywhere. This is just a normal one-on-one match. Our final normal one-on-one match of the evening. As A2 kicks Miyu with the spine and a stomp right to the back of the head. And I wonder how much of how much of Miyu's last loss being to B, how much that kind of lit a fire underneath A2 as she prepared for this match, considering that she doesn't really want to be outshone by her main rival. A2 with a jumping arm breaker. And we saw from last year that if A2 gets her hands on the belt, it will take a lot to get it away from her. Although Miyu is also proving to be quite the champion. As A2 pushes Miyu down to the ground, going for the pin, but they're only a 2 count. And again, A2 kick to the stomach, stomp to the back of the head. And sending Mew face first with that slam, stomping on the hand. And more kicks to the stomach, more stomps to the back of the head. A2 up top, diving elbow drop. And forcing Mew back up to her feet. Mew turning that punch around. And walking A2 into the corner, trying to get back into the driver's seat. The feint, the duck, the clothesline. A2 turning Mew around, over the shoulders. And a dead lift, torso stretch, sending Mew back down, lining up the finisher. And Mew slipping out from behind, reverse DDT with that reversal. And a jumping facebar to the triple X-plex. Mew dragging A2 away from the ropes. Not quite going for the pin. Just taking her time, catching her breath. And A2 using that slight hesitation to her advantage. Sending Mew for a run, diving underneath, jumping over. Belly to back suplex. A2 running right into Mew's heel. And another triple X-plex. Pin. There's one. There's two. And Mew doesn't quite get the 3 count. A2 gets her shoulder up just in the nick of time. Mew heading up top, turning around, high risk, high reward, looking to be flashy. Doesn't quite land. A2 with a single shoulder suplex, keeping things simple. And we still have a ways to go. Sling Blade facebuster. Not quite Sling Blade, but you know what I mean. Mew rolling out of the way, trying to win the grapple, but A2 with a knee to the gut, turning her around. Looking for the suplex, but Mew with the reversal. Neither woman barging an inch. They are meeting in the middle, blow after blow, reversal after reversal, strike after strike. The only advantage A2 really has on the scorecard right now is submission attempts. Mostly because that's not really Mew's game. Mew going for the going for the pin attempt. There's 2 and A2 again kicks out. And yes, I know this isn't UFC. We don't have scorecards. A2 fights out. Single shoulder suplex, forcing Mew back up to her feet, kick to the chest, axe kick. And that could be lights. There's 1, there's 2, and Mew doesn't kick out, and A2 brings it home. Now, how long will she hold on to the belt this time, I wonder? Will it be another 5-month stint? We'll just have to wait and see. Oh god, she's holding the belt at Extreme Rules, or not Extreme Rules, at a Elimination Chamber. Yeah, no, this isn't going to go well for her. And now our first of 2 triple threat matches of the evening. Introducing first, it is the Queen of the Phantom Thieves. It is Makoto Niijima.
Cruiserweight Championship! Introducing the challenger, representing Diamond Mine from Tokyo, Japan, the Queen!
And not only is this a triple threat match, it is an Extreme Rules triple threat match. Which is just a normal triple threat match. Yeah, I don't really know why they differentiate it. And the second challenger,
The challenger, representing Diamond Mine from Tokyo, Japan, the Phantom Violet!
coming off of a very disappointing loss last week, it is Kasumi Yoshizawa, looking to reclaim the belt and continue her ping pong match, her tennis match against Mitsuru. Because that's what it is. She took the belt from Mitsuru, Mitsuru took the belt away from her. It's a tennis match. And last but certainly not least, it is your women's Cruiserweight champion.
And introducing the champion from Tokyo, Japan, the Women's Undisputed Impact Cruiserweight Champion, Kirijo!
It is Mitsuru Kirijo. Here go 3 fighters. Only one of them can win, though. Will it be Queen? Will it be Kasumi? Or will it be the champion, Mitsuru? Referee rings the bell. As Queen and Mitsuru immediately find each other in the middle of the ring, Kasumi very smartly staying out of it before hitting a double team attack against Queen. Looking for the crossbody, but Queen just getting out of the way. Mitsuru now immediately turning on her very quickly formed alliance or ally. A very brief ally is what I meant to say. Kasumi with a reversal, sending Mitsuru over the top rope, and now wheelbarrow. Facebuster, Mitsuru back inside the ring. Kasumi with a reversal, spring, or another wheelbarrow facebuster against Queen. Mitsuru again with an armbar against Kasumi. Makoto fighting out, and personally speaking, I would, out of these three, I would prefer if Makoto won, because she has absolutely been putting in the work. She's been showing why she deserves to be a champion. Just hasn't gotten the opportunities, and when she has, they've been close. Just unable to get it home. Just unable to bring it home. Mitsuru, leg lock, trying to give Kasumi the rare submission, but Kasumi easily fighting her way out. And Makoto just kind of doing her own thing right now on the outside as Kasumi hits a wheelbarrow. Letting the two redheads fight it out, tossing the trash can, and it's good. That's a nice bottle flip, Makoto. Makoto walking Kasumi into the corner, but Mitsuru with a swinging neckbreaker from behind, and tossing Queen into the garbage can. Double foot dropkick from Kasumi. Mitsuru taking advantage. Single shoulder suplex. Here comes Makoto. Revolute knee. And knees to the thighs. Honestly, out of all, like I said, I know I already said that I would prefer if Makoto won, but out of these three, I don't really care. Like, yeah, I have a preference, but if Kasumi takes it again, if Mitsuru retains, I just want a good match. I really don't care about... okay, I wouldn't say I don't care about any of these three. I absolutely do care about them. But what I'm trying to say is, win or lose, like, I just want a good match. Yes, I have a preference, but I wouldn't be disappointed if Kasumi or Mitsuru won, is what I'm trying to say. I love all three of these superstars as people and as competitors. Or probably, I should probably say that the other way, as competitors and as people. Or characters, rather. Makoto slipping out of the suplex. Mitsuru picking up the trash can, sending Kasumi, or excuse me, Makoto sending Kasumi to the outside. Makoto with the takedown and going for the pin. There's one. Kasumi breaks it up. Kasumi with a leg snap. Mitsuru with a suplex. And now it's Makoto and Mitsuru's turn for a double team attack. And again, very brief alliance. Again, Makoto going for the pin. Again, Kasumi breaking it up. And Kasumi with $1 million stunner, the Stun Dog Millionaire. But here comes Mitsuru, sending Kasumi face first into the turnbuckle. The Kasumi rolling suplex pin attempt. And now Makoto playing spoiler. Kasumi heading underneath the ring, picking up a ladder. And now Mitsuru with the I'm literally forgetting the name of it. Natural selection. Thank you. With the natural selection. Thank you, Brain. I knew it was something evolution related. And now trapping the arm, stomping the upper arm. And now Mitsuru with a single shoulder suplex as Kasumi takes a few breathers along the outside. Mitsuru looking to attack Makoto with the trash can, but whiffed. And Makoto trapping Mitsuru between the ropes, hitting her with the knees, and a running big boot. But here comes Kasumi. Dropkick sending Makoto into the ropes, sending her back down, going for the pin. There's one, there's two, and Kasumi doesn't quite get it. Makoto kicks out. Makoto with the Revolute knee strike, but here comes Kasumi with the Hurricane Rana. Mitsuru back up to her feet. Kasumi catching her. Another Hurricane Rana, but Makoto's back up to her feet. Kasumi doing well to alleviate the 2-on-1 as much as possible. But Makoto found a way. Mitsuru with a steel chair. Just watching, waiting, biding her time. And now setting up the chair in the corner. Makoto fighting out. Fist of Justice. And the pin, there's one, there's two. Mitsuru kicks out. Kasumi, Makoto, and now Mitsuru along the outside, taking a bit of a breather. Now Makoto setting up Kasumi, setting her up top, and completely ignoring her, instead going after Mitsuru. I thought we were going to do something, but no, the AI is not that intelligent. I got excited for nothing. Makoto bashing Mitsuru over the head with the trash can, attacking Kasumi. Irish whip, but Kasumi with the reversal. And Kasumi again reversing the suplex. Makoto again with the trash can, throwing it at Kasumi, just kind of glancing off of her pigtail, or her ponytail. Makoto clearing the ring, turning this into a one-on-one fight against the champion. Kasumi back into the ring. Makoto taking a little bit too long. The trash can getting in the way. Makoto looking for the fist of justice, but just not quite getting the angle. And again, the trash can just kind of being its own character in this match. Okay, this is the perfect opportunity for Kasumi. Grabbing the steel chair and throwing it at Makoto. Not quite getting Makoto positioned how she wanted. There's one. Mitsuru breaks it up. Kasumi just taking a little bit too long. Makoto picking up Mitsuru over the shoulders, but Mitsuru elbows out. But here comes Kasumi. Right hand. Jumping facebuster, but Makoto is still waiting. Sending Kasumi over the top rope. And now picking Makoto up. I thought she was going to go for the pin. But no, setting Mitsuru up in the corner. Scoop slam. And now Makoto, middle rope. Kasumi's back up to her feet. Has Makoto run out of time? Doesn't matter, Mitsuru gets out of the way. Kasumi now with a kendo stick. Mitsuru outside the ring looking to take a few breaths. And now Makoto with a grand kick to the back of the head, going for the pin. There's one, there's two. Mitsuru kicks out. That was probably the closest opportunity this match thus far. Kasumi with a Hurricane Rana, but now Mitsuru wanting a turn. Kasumi turning it around. Irish whip into the corner. Trash can again getting in the way. And now Kasumi using that to her advantage, just playing Beyblade with the trash can. Trash can, let it rip. How many song references will we have this PLE? Because right now, I think I'm at 3. Makoto pulling Mitsuru away, and now Fist of Justice. And the pin, but a little bit too late. Mitsuru breaking it up. Now Kasumi sending Mitsuru face first into the beaten and battered trash can. Top rope arm drag, but here comes Makoto. Prime opportunity for both. Mitsuru back up to her feet, but stunned. Hurricane Rana, pin attempt. Mitsuru's in the ring, breaks it up. Makoto with an Irish whip with the Fist of Justice. Kasumi, what is he thinking? Kasumi, no, no, no. Now is not the time for a weapon. Now is the time for the pin. Makoto lining up the Fist of Justice, but just not getting the distance. Was Kasumi playing the long game? Makoto is up to her feet, but up against the ropes. Mitsuru fights out with the reversal. And I feel like we're back to square one. Makoto going for the cover, Kasumi breaking up the pinfall. And now good use of the kendo stick. Kasumi. That was prime pin attempt. Two missed opportunities for Kasumi. At least. But here comes Mitsuru. Stomping on the arm, but Kasumi from behind. Backbreaker against the sledgehammer. And now one-on-one in the ring, Kasumi, Makoto. Two Phantom Thieves. Mitsuru back up to her feet. And again, opportunity wasted. That is the story of this match, it seems. Kasumi with many an opportunity. And failing to connect or failing to even, go through with any of them. DDT, but here comes Makoto. Drop kick. And now Makoto with the kendo stick, and I wonder if it's the AI's absolute obsession with weaponry. It could be because, every time Visual Studio or Visual Concepts add one thing, they really make the AI obsessed with that one thing. Kasumi throwing the sledgehammer. Pin, no! Makoto crawls to the corner. Kasumi with a guillotine leg drop. Mitsuru heading to the outside, but Kasumi catching her with a corkscrew moonsault. That should put away Kasumi for the time being, Mitsuru for the time being, but Makoto, fist of justice. But Kasumi just a little bit too fast to her feet. And now, here we go, pin attempt, Makoto. There's one, there's two, and Makoto Niijima. Mitsuru tried breaking it up, but a little bit too late, and your newest champion, finally. Makoto, the Queen, Niijima. Kasumi. You had 3 opportunities to go for a pin. You didn't go for a pin on all 3 of those. You only have yourself to blame.
The following contest is an Extreme Rules match and is for the men's undisputed Impact Universal Championship.
And for our Jayromada Men's Universal Championship match, introducing the challenger. It is the final boss himself, Matt. And his opponent, it is your men's Universal Champion, Waluigi.
Introducing the challenger from the internet, weighing in at 213 pounds, Matt! And his opponent, standing 7 feet tall, weighing in at 220 pounds, the men's undisputed Impact Universal Champion, the Technician, Wallace!
An Extreme Rules match between these two. It's well, it's going to be an interesting one, that's for sure. And here we go, referee rings the bell, they meet in the middle, with Waluigi avoiding the opening gambit from Matt, picking him up over the shoulders, and there's a back body drop. And now lining up the soccer ball drop kick, the basement double leg drop kick, and Waluigi heading to the outside, and very quickly finding his way underneath the ring to pick up a steel chair. Bashing Matt over the back of the head with it. Kick to the chest, snap DDT. And now Waluigi taking Matt down, bridging armbar. Putting pressure on the left arm. And referee calling for a break. Potentially a rope break. And Matt with a rolling thunder facebuster. And again, but Waluigi catching him in the somersault with a drop kick. Now again, pick up the steel chair, bashing Matt over the top of the head with it. And here's the cover. There's one. Matt kicks out. Waluigi just cranking on the lower, or on the left ankle. And Matt catching Waluigi with that reversal. Sending him into the, sending him up against the ropes. And a Waluigi elbowing out. Springboard, wheelbarrow, facebuster. And pushing Matt onto his back, going for the pin. There's one. Waluigi, or excuse me, Matt kicks out. Waluigi just cranking on the neck. Standing shooting star press. Matt gets his knees up. And sending Waluigi for a run. Arm drag. And Waluigi with an arm drag of his own. Matt avoiding the kick, but not avoiding the axe punch. Waluigi again with the steel chair, setting him up in the corner, but let's be honest, he's not going to actually do anything with it. Matt looking for the Superman punch, but Waluigi stepping out of the way. And dude, Waluigi literally had a chair right there. Waluigi, backflip, Hurricane Rana off the Irish Whip. And now heading up top. Looking for the frog splash, but Matt rolling out of the way. We have had a lot of new champions crowned tonight. And Matt is absolutely trying to make it one more. Catching Waluigi in the arm drag. And Matt, now it's his turn with the steel chair, but Waluigi elbowing it out. Snap suplex. There's one. Matt kicks out. Waluigi looking for the elbow drop, but Matt rolling out of the way. Flying, phenomenal forearm. And now Matt going for the pin. There's one. Waluigi kicks out. Matt with the pullback into the knee to the stomach. Waluigi kicking out. And Waluigi catching Matt in a guillotine headlock. Very reminiscent of their MMA days. And Waluigi releases the hold because this game is stupid. Waluigi picking up Matt, setting him up top. And already think what I'm thinking. I'm thinking top rope Waplex. Pin attempt. There's one, there's two, and Waluigi. Very rare tonight that the champion retains. And not because of a countout. You know, I was expecting more weapons, but just using a steel chair somehow makes more sense for these two. And for our second triple threat match of the evening. Introducing first, for the challengers, it is the one, the only, the Bones. Sir Bones.
Cruiserweight Championship! Introducing the challenger from the pits of hell, weighing in at 100 pounds, Gentleman Boom!
And for the other challenger, it is
Introducing the
Jaren.
from Cleveland, Ohio, weighing in at 155 pounds, Jaren!
And last but not least, it is your men's Cruiserweight champion, the ultimate lucky student, Nagito Komaeda.
And introducing the champion from Japan, weighing in at 143 pounds, the men's undisputed hybrid cruiserweight champion, Nuen Kobayashi!
Here we go, Bones, Jaren, Nagito, all staring each other down. And referee rings the bell. Bones and Nagito finding their way, or meeting their way in the middle. Bones with a single shoulder suplex, taking Nagito down. And Jaren looking for the suplex against Bones, but Bones with the reversal, flying forearm connects. Float over DDT from Jaren. Nagito with a single leg drop kick. Jaren with a spike DDT against Nagito. Bones sending Jaren for a run, scoop slam, and now Nagito with a knee to the back. Sending Bones for a run. There's a knee. Jaren with a float over DDT attempt, or float over DDT attempt, but Bones fighting his way out. Now picking up Jaren over the shoulders. Going for the pin, but only a 1 count. Nagito with a reverse Russian leg sweep, excuse me. Going for the pin, there's 1, Bones kicks out. And now Jaren setting up Bones up against the Eastern ropes, just working on the arm. And sending him into the corner. Left hands find their way. And Nagito connecting with a single leg dropkick, looking for the knee, but Jaren rolling out of the way. Jaren elbowing out. And Bones with the recoil, busting Nagito open. Jaren breaking up the pinfall. Bones heading to the outside, climbing or sliding back in. And Jaren with an Irish whip, sending Bones right into the referee. And with the 3 of these superstars, I'm surprised we haven't seen a single weapon. Jaren forcing Nagito over the shoulders. Spin out powerbomb. And Bones heads to the outside, and finally, our first weapon is a kendo stick. Bones attacking Nagito, but Nagito ducking underneath the strike. Knee to the bridge of the nose. Jaren looking for the knee, but just not getting the distance. And Jaren slipping out from behind. Going to the backpack suplex. And heading to the outside. All 3 men to the outside, and here we go. Finally, the falls count anywhere can begin. Bones sending Nagito face first into Jaren. Not sure if that's what he meant to do. Bones with an Irish whip. Scoop slam. And picking up the kendo stick, bashing Jaren in the stomach with it. Now here's the pin attempt, but Nagito's going to break it up before the referee could even get to 1. Bones with the float over with the satellite DDT, but Jaren breaking up the pin attempt yet again. Knee to the bridge of the nose, and now Bones rolls to the outside. Jaren with a high kick. Going for the pin against the champion. There's 1, 2. Nagito gets his shoulder up just before 3. Bones now picking up a sledgehammer. Recoil. Pin attempt. Nagito breaks it up. At least Bones got a 1. Nagito with the stomp. Pin attempt. There's 1. Jaren breaks it up. Double leg drop kick off the springboard. Here comes Bones with the Irish whip. Arm drag, cartwheel, drop kick. Nagito now with a baseball bat. Striking Bones in the spine, in the tibia. And now Bones with another recoil. And another pin attempt. There's one, there's two. Jaren's nowhere to be found. And Sir Bones finally taking the belt away from Nagito. Well, Nagito is the ultimate lucky student, but his luck has to run out eventually. And it did.
The following contest is a Falls Count Anywhere match, and it is for the Women's Undisputed Impact Universal Championship.
And our penultimate matchup of the evening is a Falls Count Anywhere match between the two Despair sisters. Introducing first, it is the Ultimate Despair, Junko and Oshima. And her opponent, it is her sister and the second Despair twin. It is the Ultimate Soldier and the Women's Universal Champion, Mukuro Ikusaba.
Introducing the challenger from Japan, Judy! And her opponent from Japan, the Women's Undisputed Impact Universal Champion Ultimate Soldier, Makoto!
And this honestly should be a really interesting one. Really interesting match between the two of these. Between the two of these sisters. And referee rings the bell. Mukuro immediately taking down Junko with in a tackle. And with a face rake, just for good measure, stomp to the shin. And Junko kicking Mukuro off of her. Junko sending Mukuro into the corner, turning her away, and a power bomb or a power suplex right into the turnbuckle, going for the quick pin, and there's one. Mukuro kicks out. Junko with a stomp to the lower spine, kick to the kidney, or to the, maybe, I guess that'll be like a liver shot? No, your liver is a little bit further down. I think, I don't know. Junko with a crossbody to the outside. Looking for the elbow drop, but Mukuro stepping out of the way and tackling Junko again. Junko picking up her sister, snap suplex again. Great camera angle. There's one, not even one as Mukuro kicks out. Junko with a leg drop to the inside of the arm. Stomp to the wrist, turning around, elbow drop connects. And heading back inside just to pick up the sledgehammer. And, well, yep, I'm not surprised we're heading back to the outside. Junko heads back inside it. Heading back outside. Not quite sure what the plan was there. Now Mukuro with the sledgehammer. Junko back up to her feet. Mukuro with a spear. Forcing Junko back up to her feet. Over the shoulders. Not quite sure if that was an F5, but there's a knee to the face. That might have been an F5, I forget. There's one. There's two. Junko kicks out. The cameraman panning out for no reason. Mukuro sending Junko into the barricade. Now heading underneath the ring. Kendo stick, of course. She is the ultimate soldier after all. Looking for another spear, but Junko pushing that away. Turning Mukuro around, neck breaker, catching the head against the head of the sledgehammer. There's one. There's not two as Mukuro kicks out. And now Junko taking her sister for a spin. And I thought she was going to try to toss her into the barricade, but not quite. I'm just dizzy watching that. There's one, there's two. Mukuro's not, though, as she kicks out. Or maybe that was just instinct, I don't know. Junko heading underneath the ring, picking up another kendo stick. And Mukuro tossing Junko up over the barricade. Not quite heading into the crowd though. Mukuro sending Junko for another run. And again we head underneath the ring for yet another kendo stick. Mukuro the reversal. There's one. There's two. And Mukuro with the triple suplex. Pin attempt. Not seeing much here. There's one. There's two. Junko kicks out just before three. Junko sending Mukuro tumbling into the ring. And Junko sliding in, waiting for her sister. And now over the shoulders, single shoulder suplex. Stomp to the wrist, turning her around, elbow drop finds its mark. And a leg drop from, a knee drop, excuse me, from Junko. And I swear to God, if this is another kendo stick, it's a steel chair, okay. Diversifying a little bit. Mukuro picking up Junko over the shoulders. Another F5 catching Junko's head against the steel chair. There's one, there's two, and not lights out. I thought for sure that was it, honestly. Mukuro now just abusing Junko with the steel chair. Junko back up to her feet. Sending Mukuro for a run, diving underneath. Over the top, double leg drop kick. But Mukuro again with the triple suplex. And here we go, one more pin. There's one, there's two, and Mukuro Ikusaba retains the title from her sister.
Here is your winner, and still the Women's Undisputed Impact Universal Champion Ultimate Soldier, Morocco!
Junko putting up one hell of an effort, but alas, it's not quite meant to be.
The following contest is an Extreme Rules match and is for the Men's Undisputed Impact Cruiserweight Championship.
And for our main event of the evening, it is a championship match for the Jayromada Men's Cruiserweight Championship. Introducing first, it is the challenger, the boxer from the special extracurricular execution squad or something like that. I don't know, C's. It is Akihiko Sanada. Oh, yeah. No, I was actually correct. Yeah, the specialized extracurricular execution squad. I was actually correct. Wow, I didn't realize, I didn't quite think I remember that correctly. And his opponent. It is your men's Cruiserweight champion. And still perfect on the year. It is the Detective Prince, Goro Akechi.
Introducing the challenger from Tokyo, Japan, weighing in at 141 pounds, Akihiko Sanada! And his opponent from Tokyo, Japan, weighing in at 145 pounds, the men's undisputed Impact Cruiserweight champion, Gordon Akechi!
Here we go, Akechi giving the championship belt over to the referee. And here we go. Referee rings the bell. And they meet in the middle, quite cleanly. Akechi with a pullback knee to the stomach, forcing Akihiko back up to his feet, looking for the springboard flying forearm. But Akihiko stepping out of the way, now a bit of offense of his own. There's a stomp to the stomach. But Akechi with the reversal. Forcing Akihiko back up to his feet. Akihiko with the reversal, sending Akechi tumbling to the outside. And now pulling out a ladder. Bashing Akechi over the top of the head with it, and again throwing the ladder at Akechi. And the kicks to the chest. And Akihiko with the ground and pound, busting Akechi open. Sending him back inside the ring. Sending him into the corner now, but Akechi catching the kick. And turning Akihiko around into the corner. Half-hitch knee raises. And lining up the drive-by. Akechi up top. Looking for the double foot stomp, but Akihiko with the reversal. Akihiko looking underneath the ring, pulling out another ladder. Setting up the bridge. And now Akechi looking to have a little bit of fun of his own with a sledgehammer. Akihiko rolling out of the way of the sledgehammer strike and sends Akechi into the announcer's booth. Forcing Akechi back up to his feet. Holding him by the neck. And Akechi powers out. Akechi sending Akihiko into the announcer's booth. And again, picking up the sledgehammer. Shot to the stomach, but Akihiko rolling out of the way of the second shot. But Akechi with a simple knee to the face. And now sending Akechi sending Akihiko face first into the bridge, and again using Akihiko's trap against him. And again, just sending him into the ladder, setting him up top. And what is Akechi thinking here? Just staring down Akihiko. Heading up top. Think he was doing a little bit of trigonometry, but no. I think he wasted a little bit too much time. Akihiko rolls out of the way. And now Akihiko setting Akechi up. Akihiko not wasting any time like Akechi did. And, well, kind of proves my point that Akechi shouldn't have wasted that time. Akechi setting Akihiko up on the announcer's booth. And oh my god, what is Akechi thinking here? Now they're just fighting fisticuffs on the announcer's booth, but Akechi with a suplex off the announcer's table. But Akihiko with the Superman punch, Akechi kicking him off of it. Akechi kicking Akihiko off of him. Akihiko elbowing out. And now Akihiko setting up Akechi. Forcing him up. And now up, over and through the announcer's booth. But Akechi somehow with the reversal. Akihiko looking underneath the ring. Picking out a table now, but here comes Akechi from behind. But Akihiko throwing the table at him. And Akechi turning that around. Akechi with the blitz combo, knee to the face. And now Akechi heading underneath the ring, pick up a kendo stick, but Akihiko knocks it out of his hand because Akechi is not fast enough at all this match. He is taking way too much time. He is calculating when he should be doing. But Akechi sending Akihiko back inside the ring. Rolling in after him, taking his sweet time because of course he is. And here's the comeback. And the cover. There's one. There's two, and Akihiko kicks out. But Akechi still staying there, but way, like, again, just not acting when he should. He is taking those extra beats that he really doesn't have the luxury of taking. Akihiko with the reversal. And now setting up the fastball punch. But Akechi with the reversal. Again, just taking the time, just taking an extra second, but Akechi just sending Akihiko back to the outside. Steel chair. And sledgehammer. Shots to the lower back. And Akihiko again with the reversal. And the grand uppercut on the outside. Akechi finally back up to his feet, trying to send him back into the ring, but Akihiko says, no thank you. Akechi picking up the kendo stick. And again, just wasting a little bit too much time. Stop thinking and start doing, Akechi. Akihiko forcing Akechi back up to his feet again. Over the shoulders. And a spinning discus punch. Akechi walking Akihiko back inside the ring, or tossing him back inside the ring. And now heading underneath, looking for a table. Okay. Akechi sliding back in, sending Akihiko for a run, uppercut to the stomach. And the pullback into the pin. There's one, there's two, and Akihiko kicks out. Akechi with some more stomps to the chest. Heading to the outside, picking up his trusty sledgehammer. And again, Akechi, start doing. Thank you. Shots to the stomach, but Akihiko getting out of the way, but Akechi with a wheelbarrow facebuster. And the pin. There's one, there's two, and Akechi retains.
Here is your winner, and still the men's undisputed
And with that, excuse me, let me try that again. And with that, I would like to thank you all for joining us here tonight, and hope to see you in just over a month's time for the Elimination Chamber. Personally, one of my favorite PLEs of the year. But until then, we are signing out from Indianapolis, Indiana. Have a good Memorial Day, everybody, and we'll see you next time.